If no doubts, then we'll move to the next 5.7 exercise. Okay. So next topic is second order derivative. Till now, 5.6 exercise, we got only dy by dx value that we call the first order derivative. That means the given function will be derivated only once. And next topic will be second order derivative. That means the given function will be derivated twice. First we derive, you get dy by dx. The function again will be derivated, so you will get d square y by dx square. So that is we call the order of the derivative. How many times we can do third derivative, fourth derivative till nth derivative. If it is first derivative, we call it as f dash of x, and if it is second derivative, we call it as f double dash of x. Okay. And if it is third derivative, then we call it as f triple dash of x. And if you want the first derivative, we'll write it as dy by dx. And if it is second derivative, d square y by
Good
dx
morning,
square.
sir.
Yeah, good morning. And if it is third derivative, then we call dqy by dx cube. Let's see how do we do the derivative of functions twice or thrice. So y equals to, let me take example 1. We have y equals to x cube x cube plus 10x. Okay, this is the function which they are given. If I derive with respect to x, the statement you can write, then you'll get dy upon dx equals to derivative of x cube will be 3x square plus derivative of 10x is sec square x. So this will come as sec square x. Okay, so this is dy by dx, the easiest. When I do second order derivative, so let me take this will come d square y by dx square d square y by dx square. So this is how we represent the second order derivative. It is also very simple. Now derivative of 3x square. Derivative of 3x square, 3 is a constant. 3 will remain as it is. Derivative of x square is 2x. So it is going to be 6x plus the derivative of sec square theta. So this is something 2 into sec x into derivative of, if I take this as something theta square, theta as sec x, then derivative of theta square is 2 theta into derivative of theta. So 2 sec x into derivative of sec x. Derivative of sec x is sec x into tan x. Okay. So if you want the simplest form, next step you can write d square y by dx square equals to 6x plus 2 tan x into, it will come as sec square x. Sec x into sec x will be sec square x. So that's it. This is the second order derivative of the given function. If I want third order also, d cube y by dx cube. So we are going to derive. So Karishma told that she is having some network issues. Okay, we'll upload these videos, anyhow recorded videos, which she can listen. Okay, so this is the second order derivative. Now what you can do is, if you want third order, you have to derive derivative this again one more time. Then you get d cube y by dx cube. So derivative of 6x is 6 plus 2 into derivative of tan x into sec square x. Then I apply uv formula. I'll take u as tan x and v as sec square x. Then you go for the differentiation. But we are going to restrict ourselves with the second order derivative. When you go to higher classes, maybe if you opt for math, then you have third derivative, fourth derivative, till nth derivative. N can be any natural number. Okay. I think this is easy to solve. I'll take the next example. Y equals to a sin x plus b cos x. Example 2. We have y equals to a sin x. It's okay whether capital letter or small letter. B cos x. Then what you have to prove is that d square y by dx square plus y is equals to 0. This is what you have to prove. That means the second order derivative plus the given function y. If I add both, the answer will give you 0. So to solve this, to prove this, first I need d square by dx square value. So let me find d square by dx square. So what do you get first? Dy by dx. Dy by dx, what will come? A derivative of sin x is cos x will come, and b cos x is there. So derivative of cos x will be minus sin x. It is going to be minus b sin x. Okay, so this is the derivative, first derivative. When I to do second derivative, d square y by dx square. Now a cos x is there, so derivative of cos x is going to be minus sin x. It is going to be minus a sin x minus b, derivative of sin x is going to be cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Now here I will take LHS term, d square y by dx square plus y equals to, I think you can see the answer there itself. Now d square y by dx square is, this is what I got in, minus a sin x and minus b cos x plus y. What is y is given? A sin x plus b cos x. Now if you see here, minus a sin x plus a sin x, both will get cancelled, and minus b cos x plus b cos x, that also will get cancelled. So left with 0. So I got d square y by dx square plus y is equals to 0. Understood? Any doubt in this concept? Or is it clear? Understood. I want everyone should reply. If only one student is giving reply, then
Sir.
not understood. Sugan?
Understood, sir.
Understood. Okay.
Understood,
We'll move to the next. Yeah, got it. So you want now y, next example. I think this you can understand yourself. Let me take some other example. Y equals to sin inverse x. Next example, I'll go for example 3. Y equals to sin inverse x. Now what you have to prove? Prove that 1 minus x square into d square y by dx square, 1 minus x square into d square y by dx square, then minus x into dy by dx minus x into dy upon dx is equals to 0. So this is what you have to do in this example. So let me go for solution. First I'll find dy by dx. So derivative of Sin inverse x, anyone remember the formula? Dy by dx equals to, no one remember? 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Okay, the dy by dx is 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. So what I do is just I'll rewrite the term in the exponent form. I'll bring it to the numerator. So can we write this as 1 minus x square whole to the power minus 1 upon 2? Because under root I can write first of all as 1 by 2, and this denominator term I am bringing to the numerator, so that will become minus 1 by 2. Because this way I have to find the second derivative also, right? It makes easy for me. Now this is some theta power minus 1 by 2. Like derivative of x to the power of n is n into x to the power of n minus 1. That is the formula I have to apply, right? N into x to the power of n minus 1. So here n value is minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus x square. I think here I have to insert that exponential term. Yeah. N into x to the power of n minus 1. Here n is itself minus 1 by 2 minus 1. This is the formula which we have. I'm just using the x to the power of n formula. Derivative of x to the power of n is n into x to the power of n minus 1. This is n into x to the power of n minus 1. Now if I simplify this one, what do you get? Minus 1 by 2 into, you want exponential, then you want bracket. This will come 1 minus x square. In the numerator, what you will get? In the numerator, you will get it as minus 1 by 2 minus 1. It is going to be minus 3 by 2. If I take the LCM, if it is minus 3 by 2, so what you can write in the simplest form is, let me insert the equation. Oh, sorry. This will come as, if I write in the simplest form, minus 1 upon 2 into, this will come exponent form. I'm bringing that numerator term to the denominator. So you'll get 1 minus x square here, and here it will come 3 by 2. Okay, just rearranging that. This numerator term I'm bringing to the denominator. 2 is already in the denominator. So that's why it will come as 2 into 1 minus x square whole to the power of 3 by 2. So further simplification, you can do this term. What you can do this term for the simplification is minus 1 upon 2 into, yeah, here I'll put this term as 1 minus x square. Just we are playing with the exponents and exponents formulas. Sorry, this will come under root 1 minus x square. Just look at, see, can I write this one? 1 minus x square whole to the power of 3 by 2. I can write it as 1 minus x square into under root 1 minus x square. If you observe this one, this under root 1 minus x square is 1 minus x square whole to the power of 1 by 2. So here 1 minus x square whole to the power of 1, and here it is 1 minus x square whole to the power of 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2 is nothing but 3 by 2 only. Okay, just I am rearranging the exponents term. Now what you have to do is, here you have to substitute in the LHS. What is LHS is given? These are the terms which are there given as LHS. Let me see in LHS, if I substitute, what do you get? Which is equals to, first you will get it as 1 minus x square will remain as is. 1 minus x square into, you have d square y by dx square. So in place of d square y by dx square, what do I substitute is, this entire term I'll substitute d square by, if you want I'll put the multiplication symbol, into d square y by dx square, then minus x into dy by dx. What do you get dy by dx value? Here one more thing we are missing, I think. Into one more term is missing here. See, we differentiate this one, right? 1 minus x square whole to the power of minus 1 by 2. That is n into x to the power of n minus 1. Here multiply by this derivative of 1 minus x square also will come, right? Derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x. Okay, so that part is we are missing. So if minus 2x is there, then 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So no need of the fraction here. This denominator 2 here, this numerator 2 both will get cancelled. So instead of minus 1 by 2, you can put only just x will be left out. Okay, so instead of 1 here, you will get minus x. Here also instead of 1, you will get minus x. So here also it will give me minus x. Yeah, now we got it. X into dy by dx. dy by dx is, this is the what you got, dy by dx term. Now see, any cancellations are there. Here 2 will not be there. You can remove the 2 because 2 is getting cancelled everywhere. Yeah. You see this 1 minus x square, and here also 1 minus x square. Both the 1 minus x square terms will get cancelled. Okay. Now what you actually left out? This will come plus or minus. Sorry, here it's, I think we are missing with the signs. You have to be very careful with the signs and all. This is plus only, and this will remain as minus only. Why it is becoming plus? Here you have 1 minus sign, and here you have 1 minus sign. So minus into minus is going to be plus. So here 1 minus x square, and here also 1 minus x square. Both the terms will get cancelled. Then what you left? Here you left out x upon under root 1 minus x square, and here you left out minus x upon under root 1 minus x square. So both the terms, everything will get cancelled. The answer is going to be 0. Okay, so here we have made the mistake before. This I have taken as theta. Theta to the power of n is n into theta to the power of n minus 1 into derivative of theta we missed out. So that I replace here, 2 will get cancelled, just x will be left out. Okay, so finally we will end with answer as 0. In all such type of questions, they ask you to prove that this equals to 0 or this equals to some answer. Just you have to find dy by dx, d square y by dx square, and substitute in the LHS, then you will get the respective RHS answer. This one is understood? Okay. So then we'll move to, they are given an alternative method for the same question. First derivative, they got it as 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. That is, they are done the square on both the sides. You will get y1 square equals y1 square into, if I do square, this under root will be cancelled. So 1 minus x square into y1 square equals to 1. Then they differentiated this one again with UV formula. So if you understand this method, you can try this. Otherwise, you go with our normal method. Find the second order derivative of the function given in exercises 1 to 10. From question number 1 to 10, you have to find the second order derivative. Which one you will take? First question you can solve. Second question you can solve. Third question UV formula you have to apply. Fourth question you can try. Sixth question I'll go. E power x into sin x. Or maybe I'll go to the seventh question. E power 6x into cos 3x. E power 6x into cos 3x. Next example, seventh question exercise. So let me insert the equation. Let me take y equals to e power 6x into cos 3x. This is what I think. Let me check. E power 6x into cos 3x. You have to find the second order derivative. So to find the second order derivative, let me see first order derivative what it will come. So they are not given y equals to, so I am assuming whatever is they are given only this much. So I have given the given thing is y. So first order derivative, if I derivative with respect to x, dy by dx equals to, here I have to apply uv formula. Here u will be e power 6x and v will be cos 3x. U into, that is cos power 6x, sorry, e power 6x into derivative of v. Derivative of v means derivative of cos 3x is minus sin 3x into derivative of 3x. Derivative of 3x is 3. So you are done. U derivative of v plus v, that is cos 3x into derivative of u. Derivative of u is e power theta. E power theta is e power theta into derivative of theta. Derivative of 6x is 6. Okay. So if I do further simplification, simplest form if I represent, you will get dy by dx equals to, if I put the numbers first, you will get minus 3 e power 6x, oh, sorry, minus 3 e power 6x into sin 3x. Okay. Then plus 6 into control V, e power 6x into cos 3x. Okay, first derivative I got it. Now to find the second derivative here, what I do here is, generally if I do one thing is, you can do it directly. Apply uv formula for this function and again apply uv formula for this function. Because if I do derivative, second derivative, I have to derivative whole function. So for this, I have to apply uv formula here and again I have to apply uv formula here. So before I do the derivative, what I do is just see if I can do replace any terms or not. I'll keep this till here as it is. Look at this function e power 6x into cos 3x. E power 6x into cos 3x. This is nothing but y. So in place of this one, e power 6x into cos 3x, I can replace it as just y. So that when I do the second order derivative, now here I no need to apply the uv function again twice. It's enough to apply only one. Okay, so that replacements you can do and you have to do also. So next, if I do second order derivative, d square y by dx square, let me copy this one, d square. So if I do d square y by dx square, please write those steps and differentiate with respect to x on both the sides. Now this minus 3 will be multiplied with all the terms. Okay. Now again I have to apply uv formula here. So to apply uv formula, I'll take u as e power 6x, v as sin 3x. So u into derivative of sin 3x. Derivative of sin 3x is cos 3x into derivative of 3x. Derivative of 3x is going to be 3. So u derivative of v, then plus v derivative of u, sin 3x into derivative of e power 6x is e power 6x into 6. The derivative of 6x is 6. So applied UV formula plus 6 into derivative of y. Derivative of y is dy by dx. 6 dy by dx. Okay. So if you want 6, you can keep in front as a product. Now see if anything you can replace or anything you can do after. So you'll get d square y by, further simplification. Do not leave here like this. Further simplification we can do. Dy by dx, or just, again you have here this as e power 6x into cos 3x, which is nothing but y. So you can write here it as minus 3y. No, already you have one more 3 here. So 3 into 3 will be 9. You will get it here it as minus 9y plus will come or minus will come. This minus 3 will multiply with this term also. So minus into plus is minus 3 into 6 is 18. You will get minus 18 e power 6x. Oh, sorry. E power sine 3x into e power 6x. The same thing will be there. Then you left out plus 6 dy by dx. If you want to further simplify, you can, or leave the answer here itself. Can I do anything further simplification? Yeah, if you want to do further simplification, it's possible. Let's see what we can do further simplification. This d square y by dx square minus 9y, I will keep as it is. Now see here, if I have minus 3 e power 6x into sine 3x, this term, if I find somewhere, I can replace this with dy by dx minus 6y. So this minus 18, I can write it as plus 6 into this term will come. So next step I will replace. Sorry. Here it will come as minus 3 into this one plus 6 dy by dx. You understood this step? This minus 18 I have written as plus 6 into minus 3. Okay, because minus 3 e power sine 3x into e power 6x I can replace as dy by dx minus 6y. So according to that case, this steps will remain as it is. It's not necessary, but I want to show you that if some questions required, then you must be able to derive dy by dx. It will come minus 6y will come. Okay, then plus 6 into dy by dx. Final further simplification, and the last step will come d square y by dx square equals to what you get here, minus 9y you have. If I open this bracket also, 6 into minus 6y will be minus 36y. So minus 9y minus 36 is going to be minus 45y. Okay, and here you have 6 dy by dx, and here also 6 dy by dx. It will be plus 12 dy by dx. Okay. If you want, bring all the terms to the right hand side, you will get d square y by dx square minus 12 dy by dx plus 45y equals to 0. That is the simplest form to represent. Okay, this one is clear, or you want me to repeat once? Yes. Okay. then you have till 17th question. Here, see, there are some notations are there like y1, y2. Here, y1 is also a first derivative. Y2 means second derivative. That you have to be careful. Now let me solve some other question. 14th, I'll go y equals to a into e power mx plus b into e power nx. Then you have to show that d square y by dx square minus m plus n into d by dx plus mn into y equals to 0. Yeah, this is what I have to prove. Let me take a e power mx, b e power nx. Okay. If I say 14th question I am solving. So let me take the given thing is y equals to, let me take small letter instead of capital letter for typing easy purpose. E power mx, e to the power of mx plus b into e to the power of nx. E to the power of nx. Then what you have to prove is, prove that d square y by dx square minus m plus n into dy by dx. D square y by dx square minus m plus n into dy by dx. Next, I think plus m and y. Plus m and y is equals to 0. Yeah, this is what I have to prove. So as usual, solution. So first derivative, what you will get? If I do first derivative with respect to x, dy upon dx is equals to a into e power mx. E power mx derivative is e power mx only into derivative of mx is m will come plus b into e power nx. E power nx derivative is e power nx only into derivative of nx is n will come. Okay. So if you want to rewrite the term, you will get a m e power mx plus b n e power nx. This is the first derivative you got it. Now what you do, you have to find the second derivative of the function. They are easy, right? They look easy. D square y by dx square equals to, now I have to do derivative of this function. If I do derivative of this function, can I say I'll get m square because am will remain same. Now derivative of e power mx. E power mx is e power mx into derivative of mx is m. So m into m will become m square. So what I do here is a, then you will get m square. This will give me m square into e power mx. Okay. Control V plus b into n square will come. I hope you understood this n square and n square terms into e power nx. Just check it out. Are we doing it correct? You may ask, if a into e power mx is there, why don't you apply uv formula? Because a is a constant term. No need to apply. Yeah, now I got d square y by dx square. Now what I do is, next step I'll find m plus n into dy by dx, so that I can substitute at the end of the, so here you will get m plus n into dy upon dx is equals to m plus n. What you got, dy by dx? dy by dx you got it this as this way. So this will become control C. You got this one. So what I do is I'll open up the brackets. First m will multiply with both the terms, then n multiply with both the terms. Okay. So what do you get if I multiply? A into m. So it will come an square e power mx. An square e to the power of mx. Now if I multiply m with b, it will come b n control z. Okay, plus it will come b n m e power nx. Now if I multiply with n on both the sides, then you will get not both the sides, n into a e power mx. So it will give me a n m e power mx. I think let me decrease the font size a little bit. So yes, then you have plus b n square e power nx will come, because this n multiply with b n e power nx, it will come b n e power b n square e power nx. Now I got it. Next what I want, mn into y. So let me see mn into y what will come. Mn into y is equals to mn into what you have taken as y. So what is y is given? This is the term y is given, right? So mn multiply with this term. So if I open the bracket, so what will come is a mn e to the power of mx, then b mn e to the power of nx. Now I got d square y by dx square plus mn into dy by dx, m plus n into dy by dx, and I have mn into y. These all three values you substitute in this equation. Okay. So I think everything has to get cancelled, then only my answer is going to be 0. So if I take this one, let me see what you get, is equals to first d square y by dx square. So this is what I got, d square y by dx square term. Then minus m plus n into dy by dx. M plus n into dy by dx, I got all these terms. This is plus m plus n into dy by dx, but here I have minus m plus n into dy by dx. So that means each and every term will be changed to minus sign. So this also will become minus. Even this also will become, sorry. This also will become minus, and this also will become minus. Let me bring to the right hand side this term. Yes. Okay, then you have plus mn into y. Plus mn into y is this term, mn into y. Plus mn into y. Now check all the terms will get cancelled or not. Each and every term will get cancelled. A n square e power x minus a e power mx. These two are getting cancelled. B n square e power nx. This will come me minus b n square e power nx. That also getting cancelled. Minus b n m e power nx plus b m n e power nx minus a n m e power mx plus a m n e power nx. So if everything is getting cancelled, answer is going to be 0. Okay. So the questions looks dangerous and tricky, but you have to be a little bit careful when you substitute or differentiate. Especially chain rule. Generally we forget the chain rule I did in the first question. You have to be careful about that one. Okay. So try other questions. If you have any doubt, we'll discuss in the next video class or maybe video. Next one we have is mean value theorem. I think this mean value theorem is removed from the syllabus. Okay. So we officially completed the chapter. This miscellaneous example, let me see if I find some questions are difficult. I'll make a video and upload it. Okay. So anyone has any doubts?